See, we had discussed about yeah. So I discussed about data conversion, union, all only those two, right? Anything else we discussed? No. Yeah. So today we're gonna discuss about merge first, right? So let me explain you the merge. Merge will majorly deals with two sources. It will accept only two sources, and those sources should be in the sorted order, right? And repeat it. Merge transformation. Merge will accept only two inputs, and it will accept no, sorry, and yeah, it will accept only sorted out sorted data, which means, see, before we give a data input to the merge, so we have to sort the data, otherwise it will not accept it, and it will only accept two sources, either that may be SQL, both SQL Server source, or maybe a combination of SQL and text file, right? So either way it will accept it, and let's check that. So to work with any transformation, we have to use a data flow task. Let me drag it. Merge. So same, I'll take the same sources, guys. So the first one is EMP details. This is the one source, I'll take it. Another one is, and I think April database, right? Yesterday we used, yeah. April database, EMP details table, right? So the one is the table, and the other one is text file, I'll use it, right? And yeah, let me use it. Let me drag one text file source, which is flat file, and OLEDB source, and OLEDB destination, right? So the merge transformation. So let me drag merge as well. Yeah. Okay. And my destination is the same table, I'll use it. Or else maybe I'll create a new table for this with the existing structure. So to create a new table with the existing structure, how we need to do it? So right click on the table. This is just I'm showing you guys. So that's why I'm creating a new table. So script table as create a new query window. If you click it, the table creation script, you will get it, right? So you just need to change here the name if you want to create another one. So I'll just give emp details underscore merge. This is my new table which I am creating it on October 2021 database, and I'm going to use this table as my destination. Okay. So let me check data in my destination. Since I have created newly this one, so there will not be any data in it. October 2021. Yeah, right. So let me configure the SSIS now. So the first source is Flatfile Connection Manager, and it is having the file name as EMP details. This is the one. So we have already created a connection manager. I'm using the existing one, right? So click on OK. This will be repetitive, guys. So that's why I'll be using existing ones. Okay. And even you also know this, right? How to create the connection managers. And my another source is April 2021 database, and the table name is SSIS underscore EMP details. So click on columns. Okay. Right. So now I have configured my two sources, and I need to drag it to merge. So let me drag it. See, once you drag it, it will ask for the pop-up whether you want to use this as input one or input two. It is accepting two inputs, right? So it will just ask whether you want to consider this one as a first input or not. So I'll just take first input, which is input one, and the other one obviously it will be a input two, right? And since I dragged it, if I mouse over it here, can you see what it is saying? Merge inputs must be sorted. So that's what I told the point here, right? It will accept only the sorted data. So what you need to do, how do you sort it in SQL Server? How do you sort the data, guys? How do you sort the data in SQL Server?
Ascend, descend.
Yeah, that's what, how to do that.
Order by table.
Order
Table
by.
name. Order by table name.
Yeah.
Ascend, descend. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So here in SSIS, we can do order by using a transformation called sort. Okay. So drag it, and then open the sort transformation. See what it is saying, at least one column must be selected for sorting. And basically we'll do sorting based on the unique IDs, right? So here it is employee ID. I'll choose the employee ID. And once you choose it, by default, it will be ascending. If you drop down it, you can see the other option is descending. So however you wanted, that's up to you. I'll leave it as it is for ascending. Ascending means it will start with lower value and then it will be incremented. Descending means it will start with the higher value and then it will be decremented, right? Click on OK. Same, I'll also select here employee ID. Okay, that's it. The sorting will be done. So it will ask for the input 1 or input 2, input 1. Here also, okay. What it is saying, must be sorted. Okay, because here the connector ID columns are not pointed automatically. That's the reason you can see that error. If you point it, you cannot see that, right? And point the destination table, which is October 2021, and the table name is EMB details underscore merge. Go to mappings and check whether all the columns are mapped or not. It is mapped. Click on OK. Save it. Any doubts, guys? Okay. So let me execute. I don't have any records in my destination. Right click and then execute package. Yeah, you can see from first source 11 records, and from the other table we have 87 records. Right, altogether 98. Right. See here, if I go to destination and check it, you can see 87 records. Right. But the thing is, here you can see a lot of duplicate records, right? See here, one how many times is there? A lot of times. How do you eliminate the duplicates in SSI? Right. So we can eliminate the duplicates in SSIS by using the sort transformation. And in the sort, we have an option called remove rows with duplicate keys here. If you can open the sort transformation and check it at the bottom, here there is a checkbox called remove rows with duplicate sort keys. Click on that, so that whatever the duplicate values are there on this ID field, it will be removed, not deleted. It will be excluded for the data loading. So, and also choose the same on the right side, right? So if you want to check that, you can just enable the data viewers here. Okay, enable data viewer. Here also enable it, right? Save it. And I'm going to execute it. So earlier it was 11 on the one side, on the other side it is 87. Let's check it. How many records will come? Here it is 1187. So once we click on close, you can see the number of records for that. 11 rows, all are unique record it seems from here. So there are no duplicates from this side. And here you can see 87, and from here, if I close it, we'll get to know how many rows. I cannot see it from here. Maybe here also 11 rows, right? Altogether we got 22 rows. See here, this is blocking that number of rows. So, but overall you can see here 22 rows, which means 11 from one side and 11 from other side, right? So let me show you that. It was 98 earlier, and now 120. 98 plus 22, how much? 120. So if you want to check it again, let me truncate the table data just to make sure. Truncate table and table name. All right. So as of now, I don't have any records on my destination. Now what I'm doing, I'll execute the same again, and also I'll keep data viewer here as well. All right. So we'll check how many records will get inserted before. Before inserting into the destination, how many records we'll see. Execute package. So here 11. If I close it, you can see here 11 rows from this side. If I close it now, here you can see 22 rows, right? Which means 11 from one side and 11 from another side. So altogether 22 rows. Earlier, how much it was? 11 from one side, and here from source you are getting 87 rows, which remaining are 76 are duplicated, right? So those duplicate records it's eliminating here with the help of remove rows with duplicate keys option in sort transformation. So close it. You can see the 22 rows are inserted. Go to the destination and check it. 22 rows. See, right, this checking of how much source data is there and how much it is inserted into the destination, that process will call it as a unit testing, right? So being a developer, we'll do unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but how many records are coming from the source and how many records are being inserted to the destination. That we have to make sure, right? So that process will call it as a unit testing. Remember this. They might ask you in an interview. Guys, everyone clear with I think yesterday you might get some doubt where do we use the data viewers. Now you got some sense, right? What is the purpose of it? Someone unmuted. Any questions?
Yeah, hello, Amar. Amar, for the source files we use for sorting. So, but in the destination we are not get the merged file in sorted manner. Why it is?
Where?
I think repeated is there. 1 1 Vinod, 10 10. That one. After
Did-
sorting.
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
So where did we sort it? We sort it here or here? We did not sort it here.
Yeah, for the source.
Yeah, from the source we started to
Yeah,
merge. From merge we did not.
yeah, I guess that one.
Yeah. So let's check that and then we'll see whether it will be eliminated or not. So I'm truncating table data again. And my destination records are 0 now. Let me drag a sort transformation here. Okay. And then remove rows with duplicate sort case. Click on OK. All right. So now let me execute. Right, 12 rows only inserted. So if you go and check here, okay, now your question is why it is not sorting here in the table, right? It will not sort automatically while inserting the table. You have to use it order by while selecting it. Order by EID. And there is a concept which will sort automatically. I'll tell you that. Remember this point. I think if you observe, what is that, indexes? Guys, did you know on which table we have created a cluster index? Is it department table or this is foreign key indexes? No. I think EMP. Yeah. So here cluster index is there, right? If you check this table data, is it in order or not? Guys?
No.
Yeah, in order.
See, once we create a cluster index, the physical structure of the data will be altered and it will sort the data. But if by default, if you insert the data, it won't get sorted. If you use indexes, then the data will be sorted.
But we used sort option in the SSIS, right? So with
Sort
that
option
we are able
SSIS,
to sort it in.
no, it is sort. It will sort only for input of merge, not for while inserting the table. Got my point? It will not insert the sorted data as it is into the table. Clear? And it will sort only when you create a cluster index onto a table. Then only you can see the data in sorted order. Or if you want to select a data which should be in sorted, you have to use order by either ascending or descending.
But after using sort only, it got sorted. The
Yeah,
result.
correct. So for merge, it has to accept the sorting, but while inserting table, there is no process which will insert the data in the sorted manner. See, if let's say the source is having 1 to 1 lakh records, it will not insert in order while inserting the data into a table. See, you know how the table loading will happen. So it will be in the chunks of data. First top 10 will load and then next top 10. So like that, it will not load in the order wise. It will be a parallel mechanism by default when loading the data into a table. It will not insert the same order what you are selecting from the table, from the source. Clear? Here we are just sorting in the SSIS part, but while loading data into a table, it will not insert in a sorted manner. Okay. And if you want to fetch the data in a sorted order, you have to use explicitly order by clause, or if you create a table with indexes, then automatically it will get sorted. We have seen here, right? Here in this table, it will be sorted. But if you use sort also while inserting, it won't work. Any concerns?
So in the table, in SSIS, by using sort, so it can be sorted. But in the table, we
While
should
inserting,
use like order.
yeah,
Yeah.
while inserting, it will not insert in the same sorting order. It will insert in a
Okay.
random way.
Okay. So there we are doing in SSIS, we are giving by sort, that by that it is doing.
Correct. The sorting is performing here. And if you want to delete duplicates, you have to remember this option. There will be a checkbox in the sort transformation. And the option is remove rows with duplicate sort case. So they'll ask you in interview. You have to remember this checkbox.
Mm.
They can ask you either how do you delete duplicates in SQL Server or how do you delete duplicates using SSIS. All right. How do you delete duplicates using SQL Server?
By using distinct.
Okay. Is there any other way?
CP is for grouping the duplicates, no?
CTE?
No, not that.
You are right only, right? What I told about CTE, by using CTE with ranking functions, we have deleted duplicates, right?
We can group that, but you are asking to remove the duplicates.
Guys, did anyone remember? Did we talk about how to delete duplicates in a SQL Server? I don't know whether you guys are practicing or not.
With dense RAM,
By using identity.
By using identity. With CT, I did not tell about deleting a duplicates.
CT, that is in dense RAM. No, that
What
is,
is it?
I remember it's only grouping.
What we did here? Delete from CT where row number greater than 1, right? Still you are not agreeing?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, now I got it.
Guys, each and every class I am telling about the interview questions, right? So I don't know why you guys are not noting it and revisioning it every day. I don't know. Guys, it's up to you. See, I'll be telling every day the tips. I don't know how many of you are following or not. So you will get to know while attending the interviews, right? So in interview, you'll feel like, okay, this already we know this one, but when you are telling, if you are unable to tell it, so you'll feel that I can't help. Okay. See, whatever we are discussing here, majorly 90% the same things will come in the interview. Same thing they'll ask you, 90 to 95%, right? So try to prepare the definitions as it is, how I told, and try to remember the concepts. So if you are preparing SSIS today, and try to recall previous classes also. That's what I told. If you can write it down when you are listening the recording class, if you write it down on the notebook, it will be easy for you to recall the topics. Just spend 1 hour time. That's it, right? Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? So you can delete data using SQL with CTE and using SSIS. We can remove with sort option. In the sort, we have a remove rows with duplicate sort keys, and you need to click that. All right, and disable it. And the next transformation which I'm going to talk about is multicast. Okay. So here multicast, it will accept only one source input and then it will split into multiple outputs, right? So which is, maybe let me type you here, it will be helpful. Multicast. It accepts one source and it will load same source data into multiple destinations. Okay, without any filters in between. So the same, it will accept only one source and same set of source data. It will load into multiple destinations, which means, see, source is one. See here, till now we discussed about the source is two and loading data into a single destination by using in and all and then merge, right? But here, what I'm going to discuss about multicast, it will accept only one source and it will load into multiple destinations. I'll show you that. I'll take OLEDB source and destinations. I'll take two sources. Here example. Maybe if I wanted, you can take example of multiple also, more than two also, it will work, right? Up to 32, or I think there is no limitation in taking how many destinations you want to use it, right? More than 32 also, it will take, it will accept. And the transformation is multicast. See, if you can see here symbol, one input and then two here it is showing, but it will be a multiple outputs, right? So maybe I'll show you three here. Maybe you'll get it out. Here we have two arrows, right? You may get doubt. So let me use three destinations. Okay. And here I'm going to take a source as October 2021 database. Just now we loaded, right? So that I'll take it, which is emp details underscore merge. This is my source and and I load the same data into multiple destinations. See, if you open the multicast, you cannot see anything here. It is empty. It will just splits the data. That's it. Okay. You don't need to do anything here in the multicast, and just drag the connector to multiple destinations. Okay. So here you can take the destination tables. One of them is, I'll just take October 2021 and the table is EMP details. There is a table called EMP details, right? Go to mappings. So the column names are same. It is mapped automatically. And then the second one is, I'll take April 2021 and the destination is SSIS underscore EMP details. And here column names are different, so we have to map it, right? And the third one I'll take Amaridi database, and the table name is, I'll just use EMP details. Go to mappings. Here the column table structure is different. I'll just ignore the hike date, and just for load date I'll just use the date of birth, or maybe load date I'll just ignore, and then for hike date I'll use date of birth, right? If you ignore it, what value it will get inserted into the load date, guys? Any guesses?
Null.
Null value, yes. So null value will get inserted into the database table. Okay. Click on OK. And now, see, my source is EMP details underscore merge, which is in October 2021. And one of my destination is same database, but table name is EMP details, right? So let's check how many records are there here. We have 303 already, right? Maybe let me truncate it. I don't want all of them. So guys, why I'm truncating is just to show you the record count. That's it. There is no other reason behind that. So one of my destination is empty now. And what is the other one, which is April 2021 database, and the table name is SSIS underscore EMP details, right? So it is having some data. Let me truncate that as well. Truncate table and then table name. Okay, it should be in April database, right? So it is done.
Real time, Amar, but in real time we should not truncate, I think.
Yes. That's what I told you. Here I'm truncating. Why? Because just to show you the record counts. You should not truncate it in real time. And what is the other one? Okay, let's check it, the two sources, any of the two destinations. The other one automatically it will load, so no need to check the counts, right? So we'll just validate two destinations, October 2021, yeah. And here it will be April 2021 dot table name. So this is how you need to call it, the other database table in the current database, right? You can access the April 2021 database table also in the current database by giving fully qualified name. Fully qualified name is nothing but database name dot schema name dot table name, right? So this is how the fully qualified name, where you can access the different database table also within the another or current database, right? So now two of my destinations are empty and my source is having how many records? 12 records. So now let me execute it. Okay, it ran fine. So you can see here from source to multicast, how many rows came? 12 rows. And multicast to destination 1, same 12. And multicast to destination 2, same 12. And multicast to destination 3, same 12. That's what meaning I told. Multicast will accept a source only once and it will load the same number of data into multiple destinations without any filters or without any transformations. If you want to add some other transformation in between, you can add it. But if you did not add, multicast will split the data, the same number of data, and it will load into the different destinations, right? So let me check the table data in our destinations. Can you see here? This table has 12 and this table has 12. Maybe let me show you the individual execution as well. Can you see here? Within the October 2021 database, EMP details table has 12 rows and the other database table has 12 rows, the same 12 rows, right? So that is what multicast will do. It will just reach source once and it will split the same source data into multiple destinations. Any questions on this?
In this also same thing like duplicates means sorting everything, same process.
Sorry?
Table having duplicates. At that time again you should use the
Sort.
sort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to remove duplicates through SSIS, you have to use the sort. Okay. Yeah. So it's time up. I'll send you the link again. Please join. We'll continue for another 30 minutes or so.